Hey there everyone, it is Maria Young here, and I do thank you guys so much for hanging out with me right here at my orchid and also my plant adventures. And I wanted to share with you guys today my haul that I got at Plants, Palms, and also Pottery. And if you guys didn't see that video, because I did show you some phenomenal, exotic, tropical, and rare plants, make sure you go ahead and click on the link right there and it'll take you right to that video. And believe it or not guys, in order for me to bring home the plants that I got yesterday, I literally had to construct yet another arbor structure just to be able to house and have somewhere to place them, because they are so large. I had no more space to safely hang them anywhere. So let's go ahead and check it out now. And as we come over here, we are in Driftwood Alley, and we're gonna go ahead and take a stroll all the way down. And if we take a look to the left, there's that structure. And let's take a look from the other side. And here we are coming from the other side, and you guys recognize this area right here. This is the side of my orchid kennel and all of my beloved orchids. And as we move down, dun, 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 there goes that brand new structure that I actually had to erect. And these are my brand new babies. Now, as you can see with their sizes, they are actually not babies at all, but they are actually humunga dunga wonga. And because of this, because of how much they extend out, because of how much the pots actually weigh, because these are pretty heavy plants, I definitely had to have enough safety in place or security in place to ensure that they would hang up safely and also very sound. So that is why this is now up, and I am very proud of it. I love how it turned out, and I love that I'm able to hang all of my brand new babies right on here. So let me go ahead and show you the plants that I got and kind of give you a more individual look at each one. So we'll go ahead and start this off by showing you this very beautiful Bromeliad type right here. And this Bromeliad is part of the Cryptanthus family, also known as the Earth Star. And this one would actually be considered one of the larger varieties, as a lot of your more common Earth Stars are at a smaller size. So again, this is pretty large for the Cryptanthus variety. And what I did love so much is the beautiful ruby burgundy wine color that this has, and I don't have anything close to this, and I just thought it was so very beautiful. Also with the patterning in this, if we take a closer look, you will see a sort of striping in here, and it's very dark. It almost appears to be black, and you're going to notice that through each individual leaf that it has. Also, you are going to notice a silverish type of banding as an overlay on this as well. So many patterns on a single leaf. I just think it's so very gorgeous. And if we even take a closer look, you'll actually see that in some of the leaves it has somewhat of a spotting as well, almost a leopard spotting in those leaves. So it adds just another beautiful dimension to this Bromeliad. But it doesn't stop there guys. If we actually turn this on its underside, look at there, you'll also notice somewhat of a white silverish color on the underside as well. So many wonderful and gorgeous facets to this Bromeliad right here. And next up, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this particular one right here. This particular succulent right here, as you can see, is so humunga dunga wonga. It is covering my entire table. Yes, indeed, it is quite a specimen size right here. This is considered a flowering succulent type, and in specific, it is considered a jungle cactus. This is what we call the Rhipsalis, and what I believe is the Elliptica. And what I do love the most about this Rhipsalis right here is the wonderful texture and also the dimension of its leaves or its modified stems, leaflets, whatever you guys want to call it. Whatever it is absolutely wonderful. I love the fact that each one of the leaves have such a wonderful and beautiful scalloped edge, as you can see right there. And also it has somewhat of a twisty, curly, winding effect on some of the leaves as well. Normally you will see them flattened out, these pads, but sometimes you will also find, look here, you'll see that this one has 3 edges to it, somewhat like a dragon fruit, so they can be flattened or have several edges to them as well. And I just love the chain-like effect that it has in the way that it grows one after the other. But then we also have to be mindful that because of the way that it grows in those segments, that they can also be easily broken as well. So you definitely have to be very careful when transporting this plant. But of course know that if they do become broken, nothing becomes wasted, because they can be used as propagation pieces where new plants will actually grow. So yes, this can also be very easy to propagate. And yet another beautiful and wonderful feature about this Rhipsalis right here is that depending on how much lighting you are giving this plant can actually affect the shading and also the coloring of this Rhipsalis. So if you are keeping this in higher amounts of light, it can actually change the color to a orangey, bronzy, reddish color, which is so beautiful on this cactus. And of course, if you wanted the plant to be greener, then all you would have to do is keep it in more shadier conditions. And as I stated, this is quite the blooming cactus. And even though they do bloom smaller, tinier blooms in comparison to some of your jungle cactuses, I do have to tell you, with the amount of blooms that they give, it still can be quite a spectacular showcasing. And those adorable white, almost translucent flowers will actually come from the scalloped edging of the leaves, and there can be so many of them. Again, just a wondrous bloomer, a beautiful, beautiful plant, very easy to grow and very aggressive in its growing nature. So yes, my type of plant. And last but never least are these spectacular beauties right here. They do look a little bit odd, but can I tell you, they are quite the attention getters and very spectacular still. And I do have to tell you, I fell in love with these types of plants exactly for that reason, because of their very odd nature in the way that they grow. But you guys know I find true beauty in uniqueness, and indeed in something that definitely will stand out above the rest. And these fellas, gals, and guys right here definitely do that in every way. So these particular cactuses right here are known as the Cleistocactus winteri, also known as the golden rat tails, and grow similar to the monkey tail in the way that it grows and in the way that it blooms. The only difference is they don't have the long white hairs, but definitely looks more like a monkey tail than a rat tail. But regardless to what they are called, they are just so gorgeous to me. And I do have to admit, I am absolutely mesmerized and captivated by their growth habit in their modified stems, in the way they simply cascade and crawl right outside of their pots. I love the effect of that, somewhat of a water fountain effect. They're just spouting right over that pot. And definitely they do have somewhat of a tarantula effect as well, with their very long legs just wanting to crawl right outside of their pot. But that is what makes this plant so much fun and so interesting to look at. And I do have to also admit that I am absolutely smitten with the length of the modified stems and just how long they can grow. Now, domesticated, these will grow about 3 to 4 feet long, but wild and in nature, they can actually grow about 6 feet or even longer than that. Also, these are blooming cactuses, so you can have a cactus that is completely adorned with so many beautiful blooms. These are also considered to be aggressive growers and cactuses that are so very easy to grow. Now, if you guys do want some more information on these beautiful and wonderful cactuses right here, I did do a video talking all about these cactuses, so definitely click on the link right there and it'll take you directly to that video. Just to let you guys know, I will be having some cuttings of these available for sale, so if you guys are interested, definitely contact me and let me know. And there you have it, folks. These are my brand new spanking babies. Now you guys are gonna have to let me know exactly what you guys thought about this haul, and make sure you guys post those comments below. I sure do appreciate you guys allowing me to share my love, my passion, and my plants with you guys. I will see you guys later, and I will also grow with you guys later on my next adventure. Bye bye for now. Mwah.